This video will go through the steps needed to teach my Plicker routine to a new class. The first thing I'll do is I'll review what a Plicker card is using a PowerPoint presentation. I'll review the letters A, B, C, and D on front of the card, as well as the stickers I put on the back, making it easier for them to answer by not having to look at the front of the card. Next, I'll review the actual Plicker card number, which is located on the top right corner of each side of the front of the Plicker card. I'll then show the class a picture of where we house the cards and review the arrows that are pointing up, telling the student that the Plicker card is above their number. I tell students to always double check the Plicker card number as they pull them out of their pocket in case a student puts the Plicker card back in the wrong pocket. I then show the class what a Plicker question looks like and review the answer with the class. Next, I'll show the class what the iPad looks like when I generate a question. The screen will pull up the question as well as the students' names and card numbers. I review how to hold a Plicker card and how it's important not to touch any part of the QR code as it will not scan if it's being covered in any way. I scanned a Plicker card and then showed the students what it looks like when the screen turns blue, showing that you've answered the question. I also showed the class that if you aren't covering up the code after you scan the answer and turn the Plicker card, that the camera will continue to scan your answer, so once your card has been answered, to either turn their card around or to cover up the code so it doesn't accidentally rescan their answer to a different answer. Next, the students are ready to get their cards. Starting with squad line 1, I have the students tell me their Plicker number. As each squad line tells me their Plicker number, 5 per squad line, I'll have students walk over to get their Plicker cards. During this time, it's important to have an adult next to the Plicker chart to make sure the students are grabbing the correct card. In this case, I had my student teacher watching to make sure that they grabbed the correct card. Before we answered a question, I explained to the students that these Plicker cards are not fans or toys, but they are assessment tools for formative assessments. Once students have all grabbed their cards, we reviewed the question and I tell the students to all show me letter C. As I'm scanning the students, I'm watching through the camera that the students are answering the correct letter. I'll help any student out that needs any additional support. I also tell the students to watch for their name and number to turn blue as it scans their card. Once everyone scanned the correct answer, I show the class our answers, to which we all scanned letter C. Next, I have the students answer one more easy question by having them show me letter B. I did assist a few students that needed some additional help, but we were able to get 100% faster than the first question. I then had them put their Plicker cards away by squad lines, and I had my student teacher double check that they were putting them in the correct numbered pocket. I explained to the students that next time they enter the gym, they will immediately be answering a Plicker question followed by a wall ball warm-up. At the beginning of this routine, I recommend you hold the iPad to make sure students are grabbing the correct card as well as not touching the code as they try to scan. After a few tries at this, the class really begins to pick up this routine and it becomes natural. If there's ever a new student, I'll have them pair up with a trusted student, and we'll have the trusted student go over the routine with their own Plicker card, and in the following class period, I'll assign the new student their own Plicker card. If a student ever forgets their Plicker card number as they enter the gym, you can always tell them that their Plicker card number is next to their name on the screen. I really like this routine because even students that struggle with English can feel successful by answering the question, even if it's not correct. When we review the class score after the daily warm-up, it doesn't show the class who gets it correct or incorrect, but more of an overall class grade. I can look on the back end of Plickers to see who gets each question right or wrong, but the class does not see that. This is a great way to track formative data throughout the school year. I hope you like this video, and please subscribe to my channel for more ideas.